Hello. Welcome to Convos and Cooking with Nicole Miller. I am here today with Miss Tawanna. I always do that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tawanna Hardy. Tawanna Hardy is my guest tonight. I'm excited to have her here with me. This is my dear friend, not just the guest, of course. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Welcome. So tonight we are going to be cooking lamb chops, spinach, for dinner. And then we're going to have a nice bubbly drink with some blueberries and lemon added to it.
So refreshing.
Have you had that before?
Yes.
I knew you had it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I asked you that, right? So, I really had, I only ate lamb like once. And the reason I was kind of like reserved about eating lamb is because like, when I think about lamb,
I'm not sad.
I promise. And if not now, you will be later, probably.
Or you can share it to your page right now.
That's fine. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Go
let
on
me
Nicole's
let
page
you.
and share.
Just go ahead. Right now. Just press share. Right now. Yeah, there you go. We just gotta get y'all,
I'm
you
just
know,
trying to
tuned
get
in.
the people on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tuned in. Believe me, they're gonna watch.
Okay.
They wanna know. They wanna know. So I've never really eaten lamb before, because when initially, this may sound weird, when somebody approached me about eating lamb, I thought about, going to church my whole life. I thought about that lamb with Jesus. And I was like, I'm not eating no lamb. Now that's crazy.
But I mean, it was a sacrifice.
Yeah, but I'm, this can get real deep.
Okay.
So just know that's the only reason that I wouldn't eat that lamb. But then we eat
that was the
chicken.
lamb in the bush. That was a sacrifice. I had to think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we could go on.
But it's all biblical, and I just was like, I'm not eating no lamb, but I eat chicken and beef.
Right. Like, what's the difference?
And fish and all of the other things. So once I actually taste lamb, I was like, oh, I'm missing out.
Yeah.
So still don't know how to really cook it. And when you said you know how to cook lamb and you're going to make it happen, I was like, let's go for it.
One of my favorites.
And then even spinach. I was never really a spinach girl. Like, vegetables were not me. Give me the cakes, the pies, the neck bones, the collard greens, macaroni and cheese, all of that stuff.
I love that too.
But that's why we started Combos and Cooking, because we realized that our culture eat all of the bad things, and we need to start making sure that we eat more healthy and stuff that is good for our bodies.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that we don't know how to cook it,
Right.
but what's the reason for eating the things that we eat? Like, why do we eat spinach?
Because it's high in folic acids, it's high in vitamins A, C, K. It provides
Iron.
Yeah, great source of iron. There are so
And
many.
potassium.
I used to be like super deficient in iron.
Me
A
too.
lot of times we're like freezing and don't even understand why. Or I know a lot of women who like crave ice. They want to chew ice all day long and don't understand that's because their iron is really low.
Yeah.
So, they just won't eat stuff like liver and spinach.
Spinach,
So, yeah,
kale,
there's some kale.
all of the things.
I love those. I love kale too.
And then our lamb has quite a bit of protein.
Yeah, it's a great source of protein,
Right.
a lean protein. At that.
So that's what makes it even better for us to eat lamb as well. So all of the ingredients here tonight are things that are not so bad for your body. We definitely make sure we try to stay away from salt because of the blood pressure, certain butters because of high cholesterol. Yes. Let's talk about that too.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
that. It almost killed me last year. A lot of people don't know that. I was in the hospital.
What?
Yeah. I was in the
Girl.
hospital last year.
Okay, so what happened?
It was
me about it.
stress. I'm gonna sum this up as quickly as possible. It was really stress. I was under so much stress, but so basically a lot of people know and some people don't know, but I lost my father last year, Valentine's Day, and he passed away of renal failure, but he also suffered from high blood pressure, and I learned that it runs in our family, and so when I was that last year in February, so Anyway, so I'm sorry.
It was last year. We do know that. It's last year. It was. I do remember your father passing last year. It was last year because we were in.
Last year was a long. year.
It was kind of like a pandemic year, but not a pandemic. Thank God.
Last year was a long, insane year. Anyway, so
because you moved to your location.
Yeah, I did. I was super stressed. It was stressed beyond belief. But anyway, so I was at work. One of my clients came to my salon and she walked in and she said, "You don't look so well." And I know I didn't feel very good, but she literally rushed me to the hospital. And I ended up staying for 2 days. My blood pressure was literally like 142 over 188.
Were you feeling like weird or anything? Because a lot
of
times
I was feeling really bad. I was feeling extremely exhausted. I just thought I worked so much. I was feeling really, really tired, and I felt a multitude of things. But I was very emotional. I was going through just a lot of personal stuff. So I didn't really know how to gauge what I was feeling, whether it was just all, just personal stuff, emotional stuff, real physical stuff. I started to stress out about, okay, maybe, I'm getting older, so maybe, I'm starting to.
Girl, you ain't getting old. You look good, though.
I said older. I didn't say old.
Correct. You better talk about it. I agree.
Oh my God. But I was like, I started worrying that maybe, I'm starting to get, I'm getting some hereditary stuff, high blood pressure and all that stuff. Well, lo and behold, it was actually hormonal stuff that I was dealing with. So women, trust your bodies. I always say, I was dealing with, I kept saying my hormones are just completely out of whack. I've gained I had a hysterectomy December of 2018.
I had one 7 years ago.
Right. And I had to have that. And literally it's almost like I kept my ovaries because I'm too young to experience menopause. But it actually pushed, I went into menopause literally in less than a year. And so the weight just started to climb. And I'm like, killing myself in the gym or literally pulling back. Like, this is how I normally eat. Right. I don't eat cakes and cookies and pies and candy and all that great stuff that, I've never really, been a big fan of that stuff, but I do like it sometimes. Right. But I learned to really eat low carb, no carb kind of stuff, and the weight was still climbing. And I couldn't understand why. So my OBGYN ordered a hormone test for me. I finally went and took it, and she literally says your hormones are a hot mess. So now I'm on, I'm on, what do they call it? Hormone supplements or whatever. Okay. Hormone replacements. Right. And so now the weight is slowly
to replace what's gone.
Yeah.
So I probably need to
But that's what was causing the high blood pressure. I was having stupid hot flashes. I had even stopped eating red meat for about a month, and it stopped the hot flashes and all that stuff. So really just, again, when you're dealing with some hormone changes, ladies, do your research, really do your research and find out what's going to work for your body. Right. I started eating fish, and literally within a week after just completely stopped eating red meat, and I was only eating fish, about a week and a half later, I was getting over, my body wasn't hurting anymore, my knees weren't hurting anymore, and I was like, oh, I'm liking this. Like, it felt really good. And then I started eating chicken slowly, and the hot flashes completely stopped for like 6 months. And then I started eating steak again because I'm a steak girl.
I love me some steak too.
I love a good old steak. Whether I cook it or I sit at Mark's or somewhere else downtown all the time. I know people see me out there all the time.
You do. Your favorite spot.
Yeah.
A couple people they want to know who is Miss Tawanna and what's for dinner. What is on the menu?
Oh, okay. Look. Okay, so I'm gonna let her tell you who she is, what she does, where her location is. Yeah, tell them. All right, so who are you?
My name is Tawanna Hardy. So I own a salon/retail store called Beyouteeful Obsession. I have been in business now for 8 years. Beyouteeful Obsession Makeup and Beauty Bar is a non-traditional salon. I actually have a group of amazing ladies there that do hair and full body waxing. All of those things are offered there. I myself, I'm an esthetician, so I don't do facials yet. It's just something that I just hadn't put on the menu yet because I hadn't found the time, to be honest.
Yeah, how would you do it?
I'm trying to find the time. I do try to give skincare tips, even though, as much as I can, even though I'm constantly, fighting that whole, keeping my skin clear thing myself every day.
So do you think that it's a good idea to wear makeup every day, all day? Or is it a preference?
It's actually it's definitely personal preference.
Would you wear makeup?
I do not. I personally do not. I think when I first started years ago, when I first opened my business years ago, I was married to I had a different last name, which was Baker. So a lot of people still call me Tawanna Baker.
Yeah.
I'm not offended because that's how I branded my business. So a lot of people, got to know me, as Tawanna Baker. So, so when they see me now, like literally they'll yell out Tawanna Baker, and like it's so funny because when I see them, they're like, "Girl, I'm so used to you with a full face of makeup," and I just don't. Like when I first, again, one of the things that I did to brand my business was be a face of my brand.
Right.
And that was wearing makeup pretty much all the time that I was in the public eye. And I just don't anymore. Like on average, I wear makeup once or twice a month.
How do you maintain your skin? When you don't wear, do you get like facials? Is it certain things that you use on it?
Yeah, so I try.
Because that's why I had I love makeup. I don't know how to wear it. I don't know how to put it on. Like I come sit in your chair.
Right.
My girl Dorian, my cousin. Like I sit in different people's chairs. I love all of y'all work.
Exactly.
We support everybody.
Absolutely.
But I don't know how to do it myself. And I think we had this conversation about you doing a quick little tutorial so I can learn how to do like at least some. Because baby, I get in the mirror and I be drawing these eyebrows and one be over here and the other. Hey, the eyebrows be all over the place.
It takes a little time, a little practice, but I think the biggest thing is understanding your skin type for one. Whether you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. And sometimes, women will just kind of guess or just go throughout life and just think, oh, I have good skin. Whether you have good skin or not, you still need to use something every day to maintain the health of your skin, because as we age, you'll start to see that, I have to be honest, women of color, of any ethnicity, we tend to age a little better as far as wrinkles and those kinds of things, but we still have to use SPFs and sunscreens and those kinds of things to protect our skin, because, we can, get age spots and those kinds of things as well. So for me personally, yes, I do get facials, not as often as I need to, because I literally work so much.
Right.
So probably about a year and a half ago, I started doing, I created a personal day for myself. Every other Thursday is now my self-care day. I love my self-care day.
I love it.
Because about 4 years ago, I became a grandmother. I'm a Gigi. So, and now I have 3. I'm a full-time Gigi. So I'm very hands-on with my grandkids. And so, being very hands-on with them, I keep them a lot. I love being around them, loving on them. So when I'm not working 10, 12 hours a day, Tuesday through Saturday, and sometimes I'm literally, clocking out and going to pick them up, from my son and my daughter-in-law, and keeping them overnight and entertaining them and jumping around the house with them, and I have to have the energy for them. And so, I have to, maintain myself for them. And so, sometimes that leaves me, maybe a Monday to myself, and then there's administrative stuff, there's bills to be paid, there's so much stuff to be done for Beautiful Obsession and for myself. So then I'm like, okay, what days do I get my hair done or my nails done or a pedicure or a facial? And that has to be, on a Thursday.
Now that is something real, because not just you, I'm sure all of us that are moms, wives, girlfriends, whatever the title may be, like our lives get so consumed in everybody and everything that we don't get a chance to think about us and what we need to do for us.
We feel guilty if we ever pull away and do anything for ourselves rather than our children. My kids are 27 and 25 now, and I was a single mom for a long time, so I get it. I was in school full time, I worked full time, and I raised my kids solely, alone, and that was hard. It was really challenging, so I didn't have the time to pull away. Every blue moon, whether my mom or my kids, their my kids, either grandparents had them, or their dad every now and then. It was, rare for me to really just get a good solid weekend for me to just do something by myself. And so, but as a mom, whether our kids are really small or, in their, tweens or teens or older, we have to really pull away and take that time.
You have to. Make time for you.
And that includes not just diet.
Right. And not just riding in the car, because we think riding in the car, going to church. Like, no, take 8 hours out. Like, that sick leave, that annual leave y'all got, take some time off. Look, don't tell nobody you can't. Look, we're going to have you to season up the food first. But take some time for yourself, for real. since I started this, I've been taking time going to the gym, exercising. I lost a couple of pounds, not as much as I want to yet, but it's gradually happening. And I want it to be slow. I don't want nothing to happen fast because, of course, it'll come back real fast. So I've been actually incorporating some of the better eating myself and taking some of these recipes.
At first, but once you get used to it and you actually start studying like different meals and stuff to cook, then it becomes a little bit easier. And then you start actually craving some of those things that, you know, you didn't know you liked.
Right. So let's see if I crave the spinach. So what we put on it, how you season this stuff?
With lamb chops is definitely a I would say a kind of an acquired taste. Is you know, it doesn't taste like steak, but you know, it's good. And some people, you know, may like it and some people don't. But one of the things that I love to use is a complete seasoning on that because of the herbs that's in that. I'm not a big salt person, but I do love sea salt and kosher salt and like the pink Himalayan salt. So it's optional, whatever you choose to use. But the complete seasoning is really good. When it comes to lamb chops, again, herbs are like amazing. So I got fresh rosemary right here.
Never cooked with rosemary before.
I love it.
And this is what it looks like. All of this stuff came from Publix, right?
I got everything from Publix.
She's a Publix girl too.
I am. I love Publix. So, and so basically, I've already washed them. I patted them dry. Make sure they're patted dry, and then you're gonna season them up real good.
Ooh, and we have how many lamb we have here?
So they're about 2 pounds, so about 12 chops here. And really, a good serving is like 3 lamb chops. Like if you go to, you know, good steak restaurant, they're gonna give you about, you know, 2 to 3 lamb chops.
Okay, so we can get full because you know I'm kind of thicker like these girl.
Me too.
I was looking at these lamb chops. I'm like, this bone a little, hey, this bone a little weak.
Well, I actually got it was 4 of us, right?
Yes.
So,
because I was looking and I'm like, where is the rest? Because I need more. Like, so when you know, I'm probably going to have about 3 of these.
Yeah, so 3 is a good serving. 3 is a good
yeah.
But I also like to use either olive oil or avocado oil. I'm like hooked on avocado oil now. It's very healthy for you.
Oh, we have some of that.
Avocado, I already put some in the pan too. Avocado is a healthy fat, and it's a necessary, you know, fat to add to your diet. So I love cooking with avocado. It is a little pricey, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
But it's worth it.
But you don't even need a lot of it when you're cooking.
Don't.
So
you
that's
really
good.
don't. So a little bit goes a long way.
Okay.
So yeah, I love doing that. I got some minced garlic, and I actually like to use garlic in both dishes. I'll use this a little bit for the lamb chops, and then I'll also use it when I saute the spinach. So it doesn't take much for the spinach. I love to use the Goya Adobo seasoning. Just literally, and like you can easily over season spinach. So I'm gonna tell you a simple trick when you're sauteing spinach, guys. When you're sauteing spinach, use a little bit of oil or butter. Literally saute it all the way down until it wilts, and then add your seasoning. Because if you add your seasoning while it's dry, you're gonna use too much. Okay, and what you don't want is salty spinach. So literally just use just a little bit once it's completely wilted.
So we're gonna go. I already turned on the stove here. So are you gonna do the spinach first or the lamb chops?
No, spinach last because that literally takes like no time.
2 seconds. Okay.
Yep. So the lamb chops, I know a lot of us like our meat cooked well done, but we're not. I want that kind of hot. Okay. So I want the pan hot, so we're gonna turn that on. So we're gonna get that nice and warm, and I want a good sizzle when we put that in there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wash my hands again real quick. But
girl, I get happy about food. I'm so happy. Ready to eat. And I've been saving my belly for this.
Season up these lamb chops.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use the big side.
Okay.
The
big side.
The big side. So I like my.
So you season like me, cause I need to see my. I need to see my seasoning on there.
I need to see my seasoning, but we don't want over seasoned food either. So
yeah. That's probably sometimes I do get a little heavy handed. Then I gotta add some water to bring it on down.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is we don't want to overcook the lamb chops, so we're gonna use that for this. We're gonna use the adobo seasoning.
So lamb chops are kind of like medium well.
Yes, you definitely want to do them either medium or medium well.
Okay. All right. So while you season that up, I got a couple more questions.
And I know I heard somebody out there saying, I have mine well done. That's your prerogative,
baby. That's gonna be dry. You ain't even getting me no well done steak. I like mine medium well.
Taking all the bath out of the sheet. Out the lamb.
Ooh, the sheet. Now look, 2 different animals.
Do you know what I'm saying? Out of the lamb.
I'm about to make us a little drink too. But okay.
A little bit of garlic powder.
Some garlic powder.
Just a
Okay.
Good gut health too. And just a little bit of black pepper.
Okay. I'm gonna fix you. I think our pan over there sizzling dizzling.
I love it. I hear it.
I think that's our butter. Let me turn
She
it.
ready.
Let me turn it down a little bit because that's the butter.
Oh, girl, turn that off.
Look, I'm about to burn something up. See, this is why you don't put me in the kitchen. Cooking stuff I ain't never cooked before. This is just why I let her handle that. Cause baby, we ain't about to have the fire department about to be on their way. Do you hear me?
The devil is
Yo. So T, can I get a 10, like you can do a 5-minute makeup, like put instead of me having to get like a 45. Oh, see the look on your face. Okay. I'm looking like.
Can we do a 5-minute face? Is that what you're asking?
Well, not today, but in general.
No,
in general, is that
Is it realistic?
Yeah.
No.
Is it?
Like 15-minute face? Yeah. Yeah, 20-minute face.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do it.
Cause that hour and 2 hour stuff, baby, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. Yeah.
And
I'm not wearing lashes today, and I worked all day today.
But you look good. How long that took? Cause your beat to the bar.
25 minutes.
See, that's what I need.
Yeah, 25-minute face.
Cause see, I don't normally wear it, and I don't want to be looking like I'm Cassie Sharp when I have it.
Yeah.
I like just give me some silver so I look natural.
Once you learn, the hardest thing is learning how to sculpt your brows. Once you get your brows down,
baby.
How do you set it? What do you use for setting?
So I get that question all the time. Setting what?
Setting your face.
Because it's like not moving. It doesn't look oily.
Okay,
It's
so
not greasy,
if you just want to set your foundation. So I always say, anytime you put a liquid or a cream on your face, whether your foundation. So some women like to use a cream foundation, some women like to use Gigi cream, some women like to use liquid foundation. You should always set it with a powder. Like some women just put a foundation on and go to work, and then by 11:30 a.m. you're looking oily at work, and that's because you didn't set it with a powder, right? So you can use a translucent powder. But preferably you should use something that's your complexion. Okay. So it not only sets it, but it gives you don't look ghostly.
So that's why I was that Cassie Sharp comment when I went and got me some of that, what it's called, a foundation. The stuff you put all over your face. Okay.
Yeah, foundation. And then
so I put it all over my face. And then I used this little gold thing and went up in here because I tried to do what I saw.
Well, see, they don't know why they're doing what they're doing.
Baby, I cut the light off and I saw Casper.
When you understand your undertones and just learn, because like sometimes people will say, well, what's my complexion? I'm like, there are 1,000 different foundations, right? So it depends. There's Beautiful Obsession foundations.
And that's some good stuff you got over there.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much.
You got some good stuff over there. Yeah, she got products.
There's Fenty, there's MAC, there's Maybelline, there's Revlon, there's NARS. I use it all, to be honest. I had the Fenty. That's the one that I use. But I think I kind of like Fenty,
my skin. My color
great
is
foundation, but it has a really red base to it.
And that's what happened. I went a little too light because my skin tone is really weird. The lady was saying.
Yeah.
And she didn't know. I didn't know. So we just messed up. And we just stepped on our lamb.
Why is it so high, Nicole?
Oh, we bumped
up the land. It's so high.
Oh! You ain't supposed to cook it like that. Uh-oh. Well, we'll have lamb right on one side and not on the other side.
Yeah, she's perfect. It's all right.
I tried, y'all. It smelled good, though. We caught it before it got too burned. I got you a little drink going here, too. I'm going to sip while she trying to figure that out because, baby, we about to have a mess. So, while Tawanna is handling the stove going on over there, we got some bubbly. So I just took a little bit of blueberry and lemon, and I added it to the water, and like 3 or 4 ice cubes, and then the bubbly. Bubbly is really good because it doesn't really have anything bad in it at all. It's just like a sparkling water type of drink. Make sure you try it. If you like sodas like I do, I drink this so I can get that little. That little look you get when the soda be kind of strong, baby. That's what I do. So yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in as well. I know we had a busy 4th of July. Things were like really going for everybody. and we all get caught up in everyday life like we were saying before. So we didn't get a chance to really do much, especially Convos. We had to like put off Convos and cooking until this week, which I felt like we all needed a little break. So see how our lambs looking?
They are looking really good.
Oh, they look real good. She added the rosemary to it. She probably should bring it over real quick and bring it back so we can see it. Ooh, look at the lamb.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I added some butter into this as well, and I'm getting ready to just douse like the rosemary, the butter and the rosemary, or like, you know what I'm saying.
Now y'all know we new to this internet stuff and the whole video stuff, but soon, you know, going forward, we'll be able to do like a back and forth. We'll be like a real cooking channel. But right now, work with us. This was new anyway. Normally we already had the food ready, but we wanted to do something different and, you know, just keep it spicy. Can't have the same thing all the time. So I was glad Tawanna wanted to cook. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. So I have a Tawanna and a Tawanda. Tawanda is my executive director of Blossom and Butterfly, and Tawanna, of course, is my boss friend over here with Beautiful Obsession. So I always mess them up, y'all. I be like, Tawanna, Tawanda. They know who I'm talking to. I'll mess somebody's name up in a minute.
And
so,
we're not offended that you mixes us up.
But I just wanted to give that little tea because, you know, earlier I did call you Tawanda. So, yeah. So you're basting that.
I am basting it. So I like for the rosemary to like sear down into the butter and get that flavor of the rosemary in there, and then I just baste the lamb chops with that.
Okay. So I've never eaten rosemary, season any food with rosemary. So this is good to know. It goes back to what I was saying about us being able to use herbs and spices to season our food. We don't always have to use seasoned salt, Lawry's, and all the other things. Earth has created some great vegetables, some great spices that we can use and incorporate in our food. Bell peppers,
onions, and bell peppers.
Yes, onions and bell peppers.
Yeah.
Like you saute those up good and add them to your food. It's like a whole nother treat as well. So yeah, definitely a vibe. I'm excited about this.
All right, so what do we have here?
Oh, so this is our lemon blueberry bubbly water. Did you try it? No. Oh, you gotta try it.
I didn't know. Did you have a straw?
Ooh.
Am I just gonna drink this?
No. I normally drink with a straw too. But you know. And I got glass straws. Talk about it. And it's clean.
Oh, that's yummy.
Yes. You like it?
I love it. I love the...
And I meant to put a little bit of mint in it because I do like mint.
Yeah.
But because it gives a little more refreshing taste to it. But we're going to work with lime and blueberry today.
Trying not to suck it down like it's like plain water.
Go ahead. We got more.
Oh,
We got more.
here's the Convos and cooking.
Yes. Convos and cooking, y'all. So, we almost done to wrap it up. We got to put our spinach on real quick. Let's put our spinach on.
So I am going to put this minced garlic in the pan.
Okay.
Real quick.
So I already started up the butter. I was a little ahead of myself.
That's all right. So we are going to...
That one, you're on the right one, okay. And while y'all are at it, make sure you go like, follow Tawanna's page, Beautiful Obsession,
Makeup and Beauty Bar.
Makeup and Beauty Bar. It is tagged in the description, so make sure you follow her. She is located in downtown Gainesville, down by the Hippodrome Theater, in the backside at the Sun
In
Center.
the Sun Center. So
Sun
I'm at
Center.
101 Southeast 2nd Place. I'm in Suite 119, so I'm right on the corner, right next to Liquid Ginger. It's a restaurant for those of you who have eaten there. And know
It's
where
so
that
good.
is.
I ate it for the first time. So yeah, Tawanna did move to a new location. As you know, both of our locations were vandalized. I have yet to move Blossom and Butterfly
We
yet.
were
It's in the
forced
making.
out,
Right.
but God is good anyway.
And bigger and better.
Yeah, bigger and better. It was a blessing.
Y'all gotta go over there and check out the new spot. The new spot is a new spot.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you went up.
I went up.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Because that's how God do. He don't play.
Oh, when I tell you he was looking out for me.
Talk about it.
I cried for like 4 days straight, y'all, when I realized I had to leave my new location. I was there for like less than 6 months. And I had put everything I had into that place. But God is good anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
God is good.
So y'all stop by and check her out over at the Sun Center when you get a chance. Yeah, and follow our new page, Convos and Cooking, because I do want to start gravitating over to our Convos and Cooking page instead of doing it on the personal page. We'll start going live over there, and we'll start having some more healthy tips and stuff on that page too. So start tune in, share on that page, like it. Tawanna's now adding the spinach to our butter
and
garlic.
Minced garlic.
Okay.
And I know you guys see like a huge bowl of spinach, but spinach wilts down like a lot. So
Right.
I don't know, we're feeding what, 4 or 5 people?
Yeah.
So like
4
literally this bowl is gonna be
And that is, we did 2 bags?
Yep, 2
Yeah,
bags.
that's 2 bags. So maybe like a bag a person is enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a bag will feed 2 people comfortably, but
Okay.
you know, if you got a man that eats
Baby and me, because I eat too. Because I like to eat too. Yeah.
definitely a bag. At least 1 bag.
All right, so we are going to wrap it up. I wanted to taste it before we got out so everybody could see what it looked like in there.
I know, we're gonna
If we
get
can
some.
get it in there going a little bit more.
I'll tell you what, I'll saute this down and then we'll plate some.
Yeah, we'll plate a little bit so y'all can see what it actually looks like when it's done and on the plate. And then we'll be saying goodbye until next Tuesday with Combos and Cooking. If you don't get a chance, if you did not, you, family, or friends didn't get a chance to really tune in and watch, you can go back and watch it anytime. We'll also have our YouTube channel, and on our YouTube channel, in the description on Combos and Cooking YouTube channel, it has breakdown of the ingredients, everything we use, all the information you need to create this recipe in your house, in your kitchen, or wherever you want to cook it at. But again, we want to make sure that we are eating healthy, that we are taking care of our inner and outer selves. Make sure that you are going to get you a facial.
And healthy doesn't mean boring, guys.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And it don't mean expensive, because, you know, even though these lamb chops is chopping in the price and all that and in the pockets, it don't have to be lamb chops. You can have pork chops. Listen, you can do your pork chop. You can do
Pork loins, they don't have to be center cut.
pork loins, even though I don't really eat all that stuff either, but it's something else that you can eat that would be better and good for your pockets.
It's not that expensive.
And you can use the same seasoning on that stuff because it will still give you a good flavor. The whole thing is, like, we eat for the flavor, so that's what we want to make sure, that this food is seasoned with love, flavor, and that it's just good. Because if it's not good, I'm going back to me a burger from Bell's Better Burger. Maybe Max, but Bell's, definitely.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, you weren't playing about that spinach.
I told you. There you go.
Hey.
So I want to show how spinach should look to guys. When it wilts, just a little bit of seasoning. When it wilts down, you don't want to overcook it. But you still want it. You don't want to cook all the ingredients. I mean, all the nutrients out of it. Thank you.
Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'm getting my plate.
I'm gonna plate this for you.
Plate it up.
Nice hefty scoop in here.
Ooh.
Where's the phone?
Okay. No, I know nothing about what we got going on in here.
It's okay.
Okay.
I got you.
Oh, it looks so delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious.
There you go.
Ooh. Bon appetit. All right.
You guys
Let me get my silverware, because I'm ready to eat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. We're going to cut us on some tunes. And
like that's not overcooked.
it's not. It looks so good in the inside.
Very tender.
It is. Very tender. Still has those juices and flavors going through it.
And really, you should let your lamb chops rest for about 10 minutes. But you know, that's what I'm saying. Throw it on the plate. It's okay.
Cause I ain't know we needed to rest and chill out, cause I was ready to eat. Well, look, I will say, Lord, thank you for this food. Bless the hands that prepared it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Now, why?
Amen.
Oh my God. I'm not making it up. It's so good.
Thank you.
So good.
That's what I do in my pastime, cook.
Woo.
When I get a chance.
I'm so thankful for you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm thankful for our friendship.
Me too.
Y'all, a lot of people don't understand her, but you're missing out on somebody great. I'm so glad God brought you into my life. You are amazing. I'm glad that we are able to connect and be friends outside of work and all the other extra things. And may God continue to bless your business to grow and prosper.
Thank you. Amen to that.
And thank you. Thank you for coming to Convos and Cooking.
Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you.
I love you. So y'all, follow, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube. Tune in for another Convos and Cooking. Next Tuesday, you have to find out tomorrow who the guest will be. But thank y'all. Love on somebody, love on yourself, take care of yourself, good health, good wealth, and eat some good food.